My dear, what shall we do through the longest night, when the moon and stars remain in sight, and dawn hovers in the wings, waiting for its interminable cue? My dear, we will be posted at our computers, catching the hem of the skirt of every passing news in the dust of time, in this longest moonshine, brewing an elixir of memory and metaphor. Our fingers will capture it, letter by spacebar, verses sent off by electrical forces we don't understand. Our words bumping into others' words, flying through cyberspace, will create a universe of poetry in cyber clouds, of ever-expanding immensity, of ever-expanding immensity, becoming finite in the printout of pages. Dreaming of a room with a door half open. Spirits move through the crack in the door. I awaken. The door shuts on a world of events I can't remember.
I'm Mrs. Fannie Lou Hamer, and I farmed on the Marlowe plantation for 18 years. I had charge of keeping up with the time and paying off, and I went down the 31st of August to try to register. And after I had gotten back home, Mr. Marlowe told me that I would have to go down and withdraw my registration or leave, because they wasn't ready for that in Mississippi. And I said, Mr. Marlowe, I'm trying to register for myself. So I had to leave that same night after I had gone down in August. And then I spent one night with Mrs. Tucker, and after about 2 days in September, they shot in the house 15 times, thinking that I was there.
Wings are meant for flying, so don't resent the bird. Diamonds tend to sparkle, so don't hate the shine. Like water for the drinking and jewels for the gleaming, it just do what it do. So if you're gonna go boldly, with the wind at your back and the sun on your face, resolute and calm with clarity of vision, and let it do what it do. If you're gonna go swiftly, like the next minute may not come, and now is all you've got. And like the preacher said, tomorrow is not promised, so let it do what it do. If you're gonna go now. If not now, when? If not you, who? Move with a sense of urgency, and don't just talk about it. You've got to be about it. Be brave enough to blaze a trail, and woman enough to walk it wearing stiletto heels, and let it do what it do.
Y que llueve decir que yo estoy cansado, que el camino es largo y no se ve el fin. Yo no vengo a cantar porque mi voz sea buena, ni tampoco a llorar mi malestar, que no quisiera yo descansar, pero mi alma grita, tú no puedes descansar. Desde Delhi no voy hasta Sacramento, hasta Sacramento, mis derechos a pelear, mi virgencita guadalupana, oye estos pasos, que todo el mundo lo sabrá. Desde Belén lo voy hasta Sacramento, hasta Sacramento, mis derechos a pelear.
Love passed over us like a cloud. The air was filled with sandalwood and secrets. It could have gone on forever, but clouds, like the moon, have schedules and duties to perform. So we moved on to rush through love.
It takes a redwood 1,000 years or more to mature. Man, armed with a chainsaw, can cut one down in an hour.
Prior to World War II, the United States and other imperialist powers enjoyed largely uncontested control over their supplies of mineral resources extracted from colonial areas. But today, the developing nations struggle to control their own mineral wealth, to build an industrial base for their own economic growth, and to escape foreign exploitation. Large sections of the U.S. population discovered a basic conflict between their own personal interests and the war policy of the Johnson-Nixon governments. Military defeats, plus large-scale resistance at home, forced the government and a subservient Congress to end the war lest they be charged as war criminals.
How to take the arrow out of the heart. How to take the arrow out of the heart. How to learn to relieve our own pain, that is the question. Like many such questions, it is delved into by Buddhism, but also by anyone who has lived long enough to see, by trial and error for the most part, that the futility we begin to feel as we attempt to bring down the archer leaves our wounded heart untended, and the medicine of life that abounds wherever we are, the medicine of life that abounds wherever we are, is left unapplied. And then in this meditation practice, you would assume that you're in a room that's full of very dark, heavy smoke. And this would represent the pain that you're actually feeling. But instead of trying to avoid it, this hot, heavy, sad, suffering feeling, which I think most of us have had, you draw it in. So you can visualize it as this room absolutely full of this heavy, acrid, terrible smoke. And you start to breathe it into yourself because this is something that, is oppressing you. And then after you have cleared the room of the smoke, which is now inside you, and the catch to this, and what makes it a true spiritual practice, is that you don't breathe it out for yourself alone. You always breathe it out for everyone. So you assume that what it is that you want in the world is something that is good for other people, and you want them to have it.